Hey, welcome. We're playing Out of the Abyss, and hosting this game for us is DM Brett with Silent Forge. Take it away, Brett.
Thank you. Okay, back in the abyss. I think we all know what that means. Another night to see if we'll survive or not. So far, so good. No one's died. No one's had to bring in a new character. Let's see if who remembers for recaps. We're down a player tonight, but that's all right. We're gonna make sure everything's good with door mazes be handled in the meantime. Let's see here. Who wants to start? Let's go with Zim. I don't think you've started for a while.
All right. I think I started last time, but no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just have this fear of it.
We made door maze last time.
I know that we dealt with the Dark Lake, right? Or the Lake of Darkness. I'm sorry if I don't remember exactly its name.
Dark Lake, yeah, you're right.
Dark Lake, and we had to fight off Koatoa. Am I on the right track here?
Yeah, two for two.
I'll leave it there. I'll say it because that's what I remember.
Stuff on the head.
That we fought off some Koatoa, and I'm going to let others fill in the blanks.
Okay, Dennis.
So we negotiated with the Dwerger to get across. They were going to row for us. You know, I say negotiate, but kind of forced. And then we got attacked by the Kuatoa, and we're going to have fish sandwiches tonight.
Those aggressive negotiations is how that goes, right?
Right. Negotiations were short.
Bambi, got anything you want to add to this conversation?
I remember one of our NPCs almost dying, and I ended up almost drowning because he, I think he tried to jump on the fish's head or something.
Torpedo! Yeah, that crazy guy. What was he thinking?
I ended up throwing him a rope to help make sure, help him not drown. I think he was able to use the rope to get back onto the boat.
Yeah, that's right. Vapito decided in a stunt of bravery or insanity. I'm not sure. Sometimes that line is, finely drawn.
A little bit of both. Let's stick with a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both. I
mean, it was impressive, right? He jumped out there on the fish's head, tried to stab it, ended up in the water,
it's a rememberable moment, and it's something people will talk about. So I think its purpose was served.
Yeah, and it's an NPC. How great is that, right? It was even a player character who did this crazy stunt. But so he's leading by example. You tossed him a rope, drug him back in, and then he came back on and didn't miss a beat. He kept attacking. So let's move on. Last but not least, Baron, what do you got?
We've been sailing on the Dark Lake with our crew of 3 Dwargars on our boat, and have been ambushed by Koatoas. They boarded us very violently. I got scared for a moment, but we still prevailed with Mengrin, using his magic to hold them so we could beat him into submission. And even Reshi showed his newfound powers when he started shedding light and healing everybody, like Oprah giving away gifts or books or whatever. And during the fight, we lost our meat shields, the Dwargar. 2 of them died, and 1 of them fled, becoming invisible, cutting his rope, and we didn't hear the splash, but I'm sure he's not on the boat anymore. That's about what I remember, and we've ended right on that.
Nice, thanks. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Oprah. I have a friend, she calls me Oprah, because every time she comes over, I give people stuff. I don't know why. It's just, here, have a bag of coffee or whatever. I don't know. Weird custom of mine. But yeah, you are on the Dark Lake. It's a really big underground lake. You're slowly learning this, trying to figure out. And I think, so a couple of important points. I think, I can't remember if anybody stated this or not, but one is you had some Druger guides, and they are no longer there. They're either dead, and the last remaining one kind of looked around, turned invisible, and you haven't seen or heard from him since. In the frenzy of the combat, who knows what happened? Maybe escaped, maybe drowned, who knows?
Maybe
But
he's
he
hiding inside a fish.
Maybe inside the fish, yeah. He could even be on the boat. You just don't know. But yeah, you essentially have no guides now out on the Dark Lake, which will be fun to see what happens from here on out. And you were trying to head to a specific place, the kind of trader outpost in the Dark Lake, right? So you
Mental
were
Darith. Yep.
Mental Darith, right? So that was your proposed destination. And so yeah, that's where we kind of left things off, right out of the combat. I think we pretty much just left it off right there. I'll take you to that map, I think, just to see what anybody wants to do from here. Back to this map. Don't worry, the intense music. There's no enemies. You blood all around you. Who knows? There could be some. Yeah, all over the water. I think Mangrin's scooping up some Kuotoa bits. He's going to try to make a fish sandwich later without any bread. Using planks.
Super sad I have no spicy mayo.
You say
Prestidigitation.
You say despite the intense music, right? Yeah. As soon as there are arpeggios on cellos, man, it's all downhill. Like as soon as I hear it, I'm just like, what's going on? Like,
where's the music?
It doesn't matter what's happening around me. If you hear cellos doing you're like, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, well, let's change it to something a little more appropriate.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Like if you want to get our fucking attention, just put some arpeggios on cellos. All right. So we have dead Kuotoa, right? Because I think Asha tried to get one of them back into the boat because we didn't get to talk, and they were just falling and dying and sinking down into this water. And I think we figured out that the water is also like impossibly deep, right? Or it has been.
Yeah.
Right here,
yeah,
we
in some
have
places.
some rock formations nearby, though. Huh?
Yeah, and it's hard to say, right? Because you're in a cavern, so these could be stalagmites that are just buried way down. But yeah, it's hard to tell. The water's dark, murky, not always clear what's going on or where.
I'll if I can, do we have one of these dead Kuotoa that we can get into the boat and kind of take a look at?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some just kind of floating around.
All right. I'm just
Maybe one's still half on the boat. You haven't kicked over the side yet.
How about the important one? The one that was up front that seemed to be, more important than the others. I don't know if you want to call that like a commander or a whatever.
He was the hall monitor.
The hall monitor.
Yeah, he was a little bit more vicious than the other ones anyway.
All right, yeah. The more vicious of them. Is that one available? Can I look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I'm just looking through their things. I'm looking to see if there's if they were a spellcaster, if they have anything on them that might, I don't know, make our traveling through here easier. I don't know. Just looking for trinkets or anything that might be an identifier.
Okay. So that was the Kuotoa Monitor. Seems like he didn't really have anything. The other ones seemed to have like nets and some stuff. This one just seemed to be purely bite and claw. He has just vicious looking talons. It's got a little bit more uglier in the face, if you could, imagine such a thing with the other ones. But they're all more or less insane, or in some kind of frenzied sense. But
all right, then if I'm not finding anything like a spellcasting focus or like trinkets or shaman stuff or a staff that's cool, I'm just gonna start trying to salvage nets, weapons, anything, because we got a boat, right? But we're still we're still kind of fucked.
Sure.
We're still struggling just to find food. We've not been to a civilization, so I'm just gonna try to get anything that we can from this encounter. If the Duergar left behind anything, or if they're dead bodies, clothing, throw the dead bodies.
Well, you
overboard
took all
if
their
it's
stuff,
different.
right?
Well, yeah, I guess we did, didn't we?
You already had all their weapons and
Yeah,
armor.
it's bundled like in that corner of the place
Yeah,
under
alright.
the bench.
So that's
Hence
what
why they're all dead. Couldn't defend themselves.
So I suppose
So
I'm just
roll
trying
a-
to salvage whatever I can from it.
Yeah, roll a die 4 and see what we find out here.
And
2. All right, so you find 2 of them. Their spears and nets have somehow landed on the boat rather than back out in the water. So you'll find 2 spears and 2 nets.
I'm gonna add that to the party loot. Is that cool, everybody?
Yeah.
Pair of
Yeah.
spears, 2 nets. Okay.
during that time, Rishi's gonna prod the ship because he's hopeful. Well, he hopes he can find the last guy that turned invisible in his face. So he's gonna use his staff, ask that no one moves, keep an ear open, try to
Whack.
find if the dwarf is still there. Yeah, I'm gonna prod very violently.
Okay.
You do not find him as you
Hmm.
swipe across a boat.
Looks
Right.
like our last guide is gone. for
One
good.
got away. Well, I don't know if he's gonna have an easier time in this lake. Speaking of which,
We should start rowing if we ever want to get wherever we're going.
we did want to avoid
This direction.
these Koatoa, didn't we? But I'm kind of
Now,
beat
now
up.
we know why.
I'm kind of beat up. I wonder if we could take a short rest here, or if we should row for a while. What do you think? Do you think we're near their settlement?
You are dispensed from rowing duty for now.
Okay.
I'm acting captain, apparently.
I'll
Acting
help
captain.
row. I mean, I'm not super strong, but I'll help row.
Thank you. Then I think Bapido and I will head to the back and take a little squat, see if we can't mend our wounds a little bit with a short rest, if we may.
Okay. Yeah, I think you two are probably the worst. Richie's got like 1 point. Araxel has a couple points of damage, but nothing worse for the wear.
I could. Well, let's wait and see after your short rest. I have no more spells left. I could not. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, you can travel for a bit. So, where are you in the words of Dave Matthews? Where are you going?
We were headed
Nice.
northeast or
Isn't that double
northwest.
max?
Northwest, but I'm not sure I'm able to find my northwest. Even though I've got the power from the stars, maybe I can. I have a compass in my brain.
Can I
It's hard.
roll survival, Brett, to see if I can tell the direction that we
Yeah.
were going?
Yeah, you can attempt it. It's hard where you're at because there's no real landmarks and it's unfamiliar territory to you.
Are there any marks that I can see on? I'm gonna take close looks at every rocky ground that we pass by. There has to be signalization for people to be able to travel. We're not the first ones here.
True. Nice double hit dice rolls there, by the way. Yeah.
I gave you a guidance, so you can add a D4 if you want. Might break the 20.
Okay.
All right. So make it survival. Kind of. I mean, you get a sense of where you think might be the right direction.
22
Hard to
or
really
21.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll for Vapido's short rest. The landmarks you're asking about how do people navigate, what's going on, but for one, it's utterly dark here unless you have light, which is not always a good thing to draw attention to yourselves here with that. And while the terrain is unfamiliar to you, to somebody that's native here, they would perceive certain, positions of stalactites, stalagmites as being like
A bit like I do
Positional
when I
markers.
go fishing, like this island and this rock.
Yeah.
There's another thing I might do, and I would probably have been paying attention for such phenomena. Does the direction of the current ever change on this lake, or has it been steadily in the same direction? Because we could use the current as a way to at least know in which direction we're going.
Yeah, there's no real steady current. It changes in locations, and sometimes it just seems to shift in where it is. Sometimes the ceiling is so high you can't see the top. Sometimes it's so low you have to crouch to get your boat to go through it. Sometimes there's little landmark outcroppings where there might be some fungus or something on it. Yeah, it's like a whole variety of terrain and where you're at. It's another world in a sense.
Rishi looks at the other and he's like, I'm used to darkness, but I cannot make heads or tails of this weird place. The currents shifting, the landscape always the same to my eye. Anyone has a bright idea?
Mangaren's just going to point the way he thinks is north and go, we go that way.
Basically, Rishi is trying to keep us like straight ahead as long as we don't hit something.
I smell books that way.
And
I
ink.
smell paper. When in doubt, follow your nose, right? All right. So yeah, you'll try to keep your bearings as best you can. I'll kind of keep an eye on your progress. And again, this is a really big place, so you're gonna end up traveling. Right now, straight on in the direction for roughly a day. So if you guys want to take a long rest, you can. However you want to manage that on the boat, just kind of.
We're gonna attach the boat to a big rock that looks safe and not slippery, which is also what I do when I go fishing.
And then everybody take turns on watch.
Yeah, did Mangren's survival check, was that helpful for us?
It seemed to. It's hard to say, really, for me to really answer that honestly until you get to like a place where you either should be or shouldn't be.
All right.
But he seems confident, I'll say, in that. I believe this might be the right direction, but as Reshi said, the current shift, the landscape shifts. You could be going straight, but then you have to kind of go under some weird croppings and you come out somewhere else. And it's hard to know, like, if you have your same bearings as you had before.
Yeah, let's take a long rest. Take turns on watch.
Very much so. Very much so.
All right.
Had you done the watch order in the past? Does the game master have it? Never mind me.
I'm sorry, what'd you ask?
Never mind. You're gonna ask for a watch order if you need it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this night's fine. You're going to be more or less uneventful. Probably hard to sleep for fear of who knows what's going on. But you will all end up over the night as you sleep in whatever order that you're sleeping. Your dreams begin to kind of shift more in like a darker kind of maddening way, for whatever that means for your character. So you sense, like when you wake up, you got the benefits of your rest, but you also feel like either this place is sort of affecting your very spirit, your very soul, just from the oppressive darkness and the thought of tons and tons of rock hanging over your head, and who knows what's around the corner. You already know there's demons on the loose running around here. You've seen them take out that place, Velkenvelve, where you came from, right? So definitely starting to kind of weigh on your minds a bit as you take off on this day. And going through the water and through the... So how are you... Who's guiding this, and do you have light? Do you have... I know, Mangren, sometimes you have light, but are you like actively acting as a beacon? or are you like keeping that doused while you're traveling about?
Probably doused for now.
And as far as guiding go, I mean, I think I'm as good as anyone with survival, and I also have the spell guidance, which I'm constantly gonna be concentrating on. So, yeah, I would row at the front of the boat and try to guide us as best as I can.
Okay. Over the course of this journey, today, or within the next 4 hours or so, you'll find a nice little spot that is kind of like a small island as you kind of roll up to it. It doesn't seem habited, but looks like it would look like a place where you can sleep, sort of, if you needed to, even though you just kind of had a long rest. But it's got some fungus on it, so let's see. Reshi, roll me a die 8. Just gonna see what exists on this island.
A 1.
A 1. All right. So who's got some good nature knowledge around here? Or survival, I suppose, would work as well.
Survival.
I'm neither of those things.
I got a +4 to nature for some reason.
+4.
Intelligence, because you're intelligent.
Oh, yeah, there it is, intelligence.
Come on, you read a book once, man. If there's ever a reason
Yeah.
why you have or don't have anything.
Yeah, there it is. I have read a freaking book.
I remember in the Pen Chronicles of Aramis Cartoric.
It was a picture book, but you read one. All right.
Yeah, apparently it was with an 8.
Okay. So you don't know what this is, but you see there's a large cask-shaped fungus that's kind of growing all over this island.
I could try something. I could cast this as a ritual and try to purify the mushroom, just in case it's poisonous. And then we'll see if that works. Who's
Okay.
going to be the taster?
So you're gonna hop out, like kind of walk over, check out these mushrooms.
Yep, I'm going to gather like a big mushroom cap and I'm going to try to purify it with a 10-minute casting ritual.
Okay. They're actually pretty big, right? They're like the size and shape of a cask. And so as you like cut on this thing and try to figure out like what's going on, you sort of like cut and poke a hole and like a bunch of water just comes pouring out of this thing. And
Is
you
it-
see like,
Fresh water?
actually, hang on a second. Let me see. I forgot you had some other characters abound here. Bupito is native to this landscape, right? So, yeah, I think Zim, you're playing Bupito now.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so Bupito would recognize this as barrel stalk. It's a edible fungus, and each one contains water, drinkable water, and they can also produce, from 5 to 10 pounds of food. So it can have anywhere from 5 to 8 gallons of water in one of these, and anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds of food, which, as you're rationing, you start thinking about it like, ooh, yeah, wait, our water, and our food does run out. And you can't really drink the Dark Lake because it's not always very safe.
I suggest we scavenge as many of those as we can.
I agree.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drink from the one I just pierced.
All right. Just to tap in there, swirl around, like, read.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, if you let's say there are, so if each of you wants to roll Well, how do you? I think you all have water skins, right? So you can at least fill up your water skins.
Yes.
And they can be used as containers, right? They're like gallons as long as we don't pierce them, the mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, suppose if you kind of like cut one at the base and flipped it over, like you could use it sort of as a barrel, as long as until it doesn't decay.
Okay, let's try that. Let's not take all the mushrooms, but at least like I don't know. We're gonna drink one a day. How many can we? How many do we need for a day of water? A day's supply of water.
You need a gallon of water a day, as per the rules.
And in the mushrooms, how many gallons? Is that in the book?
Yeah, it depends. It's actually 1 die 4 plus 4 gallons per mushroom, and we'll say on this island there are more than one. Let me re-roll that. Really? Roll 20 hates me tonight.
Save those for combat, dude.
And okay, 8. Okay, 8. So one extreme or the other. I'm either getting the minimum or the maximum. So now you guys know how combat's going to go if we go later. It's either going to be minimum or maximum. So there's 8 of these.
All right, I'm gonna add those to party loot. Do we need to roll the gallons of water we get?
Yeah, you can roll. So it'd be 8 die 4 plus what 32, if you want, or you want me to. Might be better if one of you do it. You see how my rolls are going.
If we take all 8, yeah, are we taking all 8?
Yep, I've added all of them.
You know, fill up like the boat with just these little barrels. And
You said 8. D8 plus 32.
I think it's 8d4.
Yeah. Or 8d4. Oops.
It's all good. I like that number a lot better.
Right? Well, okay.
Oh. We got gallons, man. We got,
All right,
water
we got
for days.
55 gallons.
okay.
Well, there's 9 of us, so yeah, a few days.
Almost 6 days. That is 6 days.
Exactly 6. Yeah. All right.
I'll have clear pee tonight.
So that was half a day of sailing, so we still have another half a day. And the landscape didn't change, so we're probably going to be able to moor for a long rest tonight, as we did yesterday.
All right. So nice. Found you some barrels. So, and you know what? After you drain a barrel, it's also you can eat it.
Ooh, yeah.
So, kind of a good find as you move through. All right. Anything else you're going to do on this island before you take off and move about?
Not me.
Good.
All right. So, continuing on your way. It's definitely hard to tell where you're at. And even hard to tell if you've been where you've been before. Obviously, you'd probably know the island if you went back. But not too crazy going anywhere else. Every now and then see something interesting. Who knows what it is? Investigate, turns out to be nothing. So
I feel like I've seen this darkness before.
This is dark. Just all of this is the same. As you get moving towards the direction, the ceiling starts to get lower and lower, kind of like at this ramp, and you start to move through a place, and it gets so low that you have to duck almost down into the seats, trying to get in amongst your barrels of fungus barrels of water. Give me a dexterity save.
Use your feet. Push from the ceiling.
Push the boat under. Okay. Ashirashi. Nemi's good. Mangrin, not so much. He was looking over the edge when, pow, he got hit with part of the ceiling. And you will take 3 low ceiling damage. Bludgeoning damage.
No, that was actually a thing.
Okay, this week is definitely weird kind of type of damage week. Yesterday was custard damage, and now it's low ceiling damage.
Custard damage?
You don't want to
Custard
know.
damage.
Eating contest.
You don't want to know.
Gone wrong.
Mangrin, keep your big head down.
Ow.
And y'all can roll for your NPCs. I'll roll for Prince Darendale. Since, let's see, dexterity. Terrible. Pepito, terrible. You don't need to worry. You don't need to roll for stool. Stool's low enough already, anyway.
Low ceiling. Don't know if I need to roll for. That was for Rexall.
Okay, so Raxel's good. Oh wow! So all the NPCs, Eldith, Bupito, and Prince Darendale all get hit in the head as they're not doing so well
I don't
ducking
know
this.
why advantage or disadvantage is still on her for her, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference.
In that case, yeah. So they'll all take 3. I'll mark Prince Darendale. 3 bludgeoning damage.
Have they taken their long rests? Because
And I
nobody
can-
controls their rental now.
I'll get Eldith. Who? What'd you say? Sorry?
I don't know if the prince needed the long rest because nobody controls him now.
Yeah, I had him. He was fine.
Cool.
And you got Bupito, it looks like. All right. So, yeah, you go through, and whether or not it was like the initial hit or you thought you were through and you kind of poked your head up, bam, got hit with like a low stalactite. It kind of cheese grated you all as you go through this. And you kind of get out, and the ceiling rises back up again, goes so far up into darkness that you can't really see. Every now and then you'll see just like the edge, like the tip of a stalactite, kind of like peering down at you through the darkness. But so far up that you can't really see the ceiling.
Do we
And
have
you'll travel-
Do we have any maybe extra oars, or are we pretty much maxed out here? We got
Well, you've-
10 oars and 9 rowers.
Yeah.
All right.
If you can consider Stool a rower, I think he's so small.
Yeah. He's
Ashel-
not rowing.
Asha will go up to the front and take one of these oars and maybe stand it up so that it's as tall as we are, and maybe stretch a net out across it to hopefully, as we're going through, if we can see, oh, the oar gets knocked down, everybody duck your heads. I don't know if this is anything that would work, but this is Asha trying to avoid Bupito and Mangrin getting knocked out from stalactites.
Or maybe enough to where it, stops the boat quick enough for you all to like, oh, down.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll work. I think.
Let's turn it into a ram.
Battering ram. Okay. All right, you travel, for a few more hours. You're starting to get a bit tired, where you might think the next place you see to either moor up or land for a rest would be useful. And at this time, make a perception check for you all.
I'm gonna add my D4 again.
The Mew.
I am definitely
Well,
blind.
You hurt your head
Mangren, yeah.
harder. You hit your head harder than we thought, Mangren.
Where are we?
We're almost to the library. It'll all be
So-
here soon.
Is that you, Daddy?
Mangren's looking over. Oh, what's going on? So as you're traveling, it looks like on the Mew.
12 for Rishi and 6 for Araxol.
Okay. So it looks like Reshi and the Mew are the ones who might be paying a little bit more attention to the port side, meaning the left as you're looking forward. And you'll see the water kind of start to move past your boat quicker on that side and more in a roundabout fashion. And just as you kind of take notice, you might start telling your companions, hey, this water's
My
looking
strum.
weird. And you see, let me get you on a map here.
It is a maelstrom. No.
So yeah, the lake starts to open up, starts to churn. There's this big circular motion of water. I was looking for a really cool GIF, but I didn't know if it'd log anyone's computer up. So I was like, oh, you don't put a giant maelstrom GIF on this. Although it would have been kind of fun.
Roll
And-
faster, everyone!
Can you all see? Are you all on the map? Is it loaded? Okay.
Yes, vision
Those-
is somewhat
those who can see.
limited, but I can see that the waters are tumultuous.
Okay.
Mangren's going to cast light so I can see.
Okay. Mangren is going to cast himself a light spell. So let me just, I need to add that script to this. I haven't added it here.
The torch, you mean?
Well, yeah, I have an actual script. If I select a token and type a macro, it'll make that token produce light. So, all right, how's that? Can you
Perfect.
let there be light? All right,
Perfect.
so yeah, you see off to this way, you know, the maelstrom starting to circle, and it's starting to pull your boat that direction. So make a strength or athletics check if you have athletics, just to kind of see if we can try to avoid getting in this. Oh, we got some good rolls here. Nice,
I'm
nice,
gonna roll my
nice.
D4. I'm gonna keep guidance on myself. 20, dirty 20.
Okay, got Prince Darendale. He's pretty strong fella. See what he's got here. 19. Think he's all right.
Even Stool's gonna try to help.
Stool's
The
got
weaker
he's
ones.
he's holding on to.
He's just pushing somebody in the back when they struggle. Like,
All right, yeah. It seems like you're avoiding being pulled into the maelstrom, kind of at this point. It seems like you're starting to pull away a bit, and then there's more motion happening around your ship, and you'll see outside of the ship on the sides there are these ugly little creatures that pop up. They kind of burst out of the side, splashing water. They don't look very friendly. And this is a very large, almost looks like a mermaid, but far uglier. So if anyone knows what a marrow is, that's what you got. Let's do this. All right. let me put on. All right, we got everybody. I need to put Darendil on there, don't I?
Don't forget NPCs again.
Yeah, thanks.
I remembered early this time, so just making sure.
Pepito, all right.
Are we rolling NPCs individually?
Yeah, you can if you want. I already started adding them, so I've got Darendil, Eldeth on there. Looks like Pepito is on there, so we just need Stool.
Yep, he's on there now.
Okay. Raxel's on there. It looks like everybody's on there. Let's go to Initiative Tracker. Let me reset this round. I'm not sure why it says round 2. There we go. Round 1. It's weird that it's at the bottom. I feel like it should be at the top, but I know it's at like -1, so it's like which round has already been passed, maybe is what that means. Kind of an odd system. Okay, then we've got Reshi. You see this ugly looking guy. He's got, give you an insight into what you're seeing here. So it's got nasty looking teeth, claws. It's got a harpoon in its hand. So that is what you see. It is your go.
Alright, and this one is already in melee range, right?
Yeah, he's right there. He just popped up and looks like he's ready to hit you.
Alright, I'm sure you know what I'm about to do, right? Cue the music.
Are you
Shillelagh.
lady?
And I'm gonna attack with my staff and 2 hands. Ooh, shit. 11.
11, that is not a hit, sir.
I never roll well when I hear the music. Like I always start dancing.
Dancing.
Weirdly. On the one
Tasha's
that I cast a
hideous
spell.
shillelagh.
I guess so, and I guess that's my turn. Yeah, it is. Oh, wait, I'm just gonna move there. I'm done.
Okay.
Defend with your lives.
Nimue. Shield staff.
For now, I'm just gonna use my crossbow and well, you know what? No, I'm gonna go for a guiding bolt. What are you doing? Ignore that. That's not what I'm trying to do. It started doing
Club?
something weird. No, do not want club. I'm not there.
That's a very different sounding music than what we were getting
Yeah.
from shillelagh.
Is that like?
So I was guiding bolt that one. And no.
Oh shit!
Should have stuck with a club. All right, you wildly miss with a guiding bolt.
There goes spell spot. Moving on.
All right, is that it for Nimue?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, we have a nasty marrow right there, already on Reshi. Looks like he's intent to attack you with his bite, and maybe either his harpoon or maybe his claws. So let's say we're gonna go for a bite. Attack for 14.
Misses.
And we're gonna use claws on this one. 19.
That hits.
All right. 8 slashing.
Ooh.
Rips through you with his claws. All
Yeah,
right.
that hurts.
Asha.
I run to the front of the ship, and I'm gonna look at this this marrow over here to the side. I'm gonna use my channel divinity, and I'm going to, as a bonus action, say, you are mine. And I'll attack with after my vow of enmity, essentially, which will give me advantage against this marrow. I'm gonna swing with my longsword and see if I can hurt the thing. That's gonna be a 15.
That is a hit.
And I deal 5 slashing damage to it. That'll end my turn.
Okay. Bleh. All right, Mangrin, your go, sir.
Did that marrow get skipped? Because I think I pushed end turn.
Oh, did you? Sorry.
I did.
I didn't even
sorry.
catch that. That's all right. So we'll go back. Sorry, Mangrin. You thought it was your turn. You hit your head. Remember, it's hard to keep track. Okay, so does anybody here speak Abyssal?
I actually might. Hold on.
I do.
Ah, okay. So you.
I do. Yes, I do also.
All right. So both of you will hear this
I do as
marrow.
well.
3. We got all kinds of Abyssal
Hey
speakers
man,
here.
it's his family here. Why are we fighting, man? We all speak the same language.
He's kind of yelling out as he's attacking. Blood and salt for the Prince of Demons. As he makes his attack towards you. 1 bite. And he's going to try the harpoon melee. Looks like both of those are misses.
Correct.
Okay. And now it's Mangrin's turn.
Okay. I'm going to try to help Reshi out a bit, and the one in front of him, I'm going to cast Hold Person. They are humanoids, right?
They are not. They are monstrosities. So I believe your spell will fail.
Ouch.
Okay. Well, instead of Hold Person, how about some Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
But you already cast it and didn't know, so you can't go back once you said I'm casting. Because you as a character didn't know they were not humanoids, so you're like, I'm gonna cast Hold Person. Shit, that didn't work.
Then that's my
Maybe they're
turn.
not humanoid. All right. No movement. Anything else?
No, I'm good for the moment.
All right. Raxel.
All right, yes, that's him. He doesn't have much things set up, but he's gonna use 1 charge of Blade Song.
Sorry, you gotta speak in a British accent for me to be able to understand what's going on with this character.
I'm gonna try to Blade Song. I don't think I can do it justice, you know.
Because you got the voice, the gravelly voice too, to go along with it. So
So I will Blade Song.
closer.
Bonus to Constitution saving throws, so that doesn't help for his attacks. So he's gonna focus on. I guess he has range on this one next to Asha.
Yeah, he's in melee with that one.
So he's gonna use short sword and bonus action to offhand with his dagger. The sword hits, I guess. 5
All right.
piercing damage or slashing. I'm not sure. Short sword. What is it?
Piercing, I believe. Wow.
Anyways, yeah. I don't think there's a difference, and that is Rexel's turn.
Okay. Eldith, what's she gonna do?
Maybe should help Bupido.
Don't have her sheet up, sorry. What's up with Bobito? What's he got going on? Sorry.
I think he needs help with his marrow, so that could.
He's fighting this marrow over here.
Alright. Roll
She can-
20's not cooperating tonight.
Do you want her to? What do you want her to do? Move over and attack him?
Yeah, I was gonna see if he doesn't really have good long bow, so yeah, move over and attack him with the short sword.
Okay. Over for you. You got her sheet, or you want me to make attack?
I think I can get it.
All right. And she has multi-attack too, remember? So
Yes.
I think she's something of a ranger.
Why that still I don't know how to turn advantage or disadvantage, whichever's on off.
That's fine. You can leave it on, and we'll just assume the first roll every time, unless you're re-rolling advantage or disadvantage.
That's fine. So I assume only one of those hits.
Yes. The first attack will hit. Either one of those numbers will hit. 6 piercing. All right. And this marrow will also kind of utter the same phrase in Abyssal as it attempts to strike.
How did they
let's-
call their master? Blood and salt for the.
Blood and salt for the Prince of Demons.
Thank you.
But you can make a history check if you think your character might know who that is. Or
Not
if you-
Rishi. Not Rishi.
All right. Eldith just hit that guy, so I think he's going to return the favor. Attempt to attack her twice. Bite. And harpoon melee. Terrible on that attack there. I think the bite will hit her. She takes 9 piercing. So I'll add.
What is her AC?
Their AC.
For Eldeth? Yeah, I'm just curious.
Her AC, I believe, is 13.
Okay. She's not wearing anything, right? No armor.
Leather armor.
Oh, leather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's it for that arrow. Bapito, what kind of crazy stun is this guy doing tonight?
He's learned his lesson. Jumping out of the boat is not a good idea, but he's definitely going to try to hit this thing with a hooked spear since it's in melee range. Now, it's not big enough for this to knock it prone. He doesn't even hit. That's a 5 to hit. That's it for Bapito.
Okay. He tries. He fails. He tried though. Stool.
Stool's just gonna do nothing for now.
Alright.
Maybe take the dodge action just in case.
Yeah,
there's
dodge action. He's a last resort kind of guy. You're right, dodge
Yeah,
action.
we definitely
Okay.
don't want him taking a harpoon to the face, that's for sure. Well, he has no face.
See him doing all that matrix bending and dodging.
Yeah. Alright. Miss Darendille's gonna take a couple swipes at this. Oh, look at those 2 good hits. For a total of 11. To that guy there. Oops, I did not take 11. I took 1. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of the first round. So before we get to Reshi's go, since nobody is focused on really
Rowing
Oaring.
the boat.
this boat, I have to do this on a couple different levels here. So let me move. That's not grabbing everybody. Why is it not grabbing everybody? Fine, I'll do it this way. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of move everything up this way a bit. That didn't seem to grab everybody like it was supposed to.
I'm drowning.
Daddy, help me!
Alright. Oh, a bunch of you are in the water now. That's terrible. Yeah, you can move your characters back over where you were if you'd like. think Reshi was there.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. I think that's close enough. So yeah, you're pulled a little bit closer into this maelstrom. Just nasty vortex. And alright, Reshi.
We have about 15 seconds to kill those and retain control of the boat. Damn. Alright, first attack. Ayah! I keep missing! I need to kill that guy to be able to help after that, so I'm gonna knee him in the face.
Alright.
5.
5 blunt damage.
And that's my turn.
Excuse me. I think Mangren needs to cast Morden Kanan's motor on this thing.
Something.
Do we have an unseen servant? I don't know how strong they can be.
I can make one unseen servant.
Nemu's turn. What is she up to?
Sorry, too many dang things open at one time. Alright, let's see. For now, I'm going to fire my crossbow. That one. 8
That's
to
a
hit. For 7 piercing.
Alright. 18 and life to go. Alright, it takes some damage. Is that it for Nemu?
Does anybody immediately need healing? The bars I see don't look too low.
I'm okay for now.
Okay. Alright, then that'll be it for me.
Alright. Marrow, alright. Darendale took a pretty hefty chunk out of this thing. So, I don't think it's too happy with that. Just gonna make a couple attacks here. 14 and a 24. I do believe both of those hit him. Alright, so. Ooh. 12 and 8 piercing for 20. And doesn't need to worry about being pulled towards it. He's already up next to it, so. Alright. Poor Prince Darendale took a hefty hit there from the marrow. It also utters the phrase, blood and salt for the Prince of Demons. And it is now Asha's go.
Can I push Araxel as I utter to him? I says, lure it closer to the middle so I can protect all of you. I'm going to move away from it. So I'm going to try to push Araxel south with me, and I'm going to see if I can get this mare to try to hit me, and I'm going to try to block it with my shield. So I guess what I'm asking is, can I just use all of my movement to basically push Araxel 5 feet south and myself to pull away from the marrow? I'm not disengaging, trying to draw its attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I'll push Araxel a square south, and I will move to here.
Okay. So you're
I'm not
accepting
attacking.
the opportunity
I'm not-
attack.
Yeah, I am. I'm drawing it. I'm seeing if this thing will hit me. It's like, hit me! I've already kind of given it my vow of enmity, so.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy, does it hit you. So 9 and 3, so 12 piercing, and you need to make a strength contest, or it's gonna jerk you right back where you were.
So it's prompting for, is it strength? So does that mean a strength-based check? Can I roll athletics?
Yeah, it's just a strength contest, and you got to beat a 7. I just rolled a 7.
All
so.
right. I rolled a 7.
You made you be.
You made you beat.
Man, I barely
Barely get it.
I
Took a
hiss,
chunk of your
like,
skin out with it.
I let my snake-like quality show for just a moment there as maybe my forked tongue pops out, because man, that freaking hurt. But as I stand there, instead of attacking this round, I'm gonna look around me at these three. I'm gonna use my oath spell of Bane, and I'm gonna look at these three creatures, and I cast Bane on them. They each need to make a charisma saving throw. The spell save is 13.
Okay. So the northernmost one, the one you just moved away from, is a 7. The next one down is a 1. And it all fails.
So, they all suffer a negative D4 from their future attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm concentrating on this right now, but I feel better about it because now I know that they're at least somewhat kneecapped with their attacks. And that'll end my turn.
That's 1 minute or concentration. Okay. Okay then. So looks like this one's going to shuffle down a bit. Make 2 attacks against Araxel. He's the closest one to him.
Araxel would also have mage armor, so 16 AC.
Okay. So both of those are going to miss. So that's fine. Without even needing to worry about the D4.
All right.
All right. Mangrin.
Mangrin's pretty mad that guy couldn't be held, but he's going to shake it off and realize that whirlpool's really, really scary coming up there. So he's going to summon his unseen servant and tell him to start rowing as hard as he can.
Yes! Yes! Do it, Mangrin.
Very nice.
So I tell him to start rowing as hard as he can. Then that's my turn.
Okay.
And I've got to reset Discord. It is messing up on me big time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. You Discord or Roll20? I guess Discord.
Yep.
So Unseen Servant has not much he's gonna do. Has a strength of 2.
They're not very strong. It's better than nothing. Let's just put it that
You
way.
see a aura over there just madly being... yeah, definitely better than nothing. Okay. Araxel.
Alright, Araxel is gonna attack. I don't even know the spells he has because there's no spells on this sheet, so that's why he's using mage armor and his attacks for now.
Alright.
So with the offhand for 15 is gonna hit for 5 damage. And he's gonna hold his ground, or maybe he's gonna move there, and that's our Excel's turn.
Alright. Eldev.
Same one with the short sword again. Sorry, didn't realize my mic had gotten unmuted. Y'all were probably backfeeding a bit.
Yeah, it happens.
And I'm also munching.
That definitely happens.
Haven't eaten dinner yet because of work, so munch a little bit here and there.
Sounds like the right thing to do.
So one of those hits. For 6 piercing.
Alright. Whittling them down. But will it be enough in time? We'll see. Alright. This one's go. So far, Eldest has been the one really doing a lot of damage here, so it is going to kind of attempt a risky maneuver. I think on a multi-attack, can you not make attack, move, then make your next attack, right?
You can.
So,
You can.
Yeah, you can break up the
Okay.
action economy however you want.
all right, so it's going to try to bite her. That's going to be a fail. Then it's going to back up and use its harpoon by throwing it, by casting it out.
2 attacks of opportunity from Eldeth and Pupido.
Yes.
But Pedo misses. That's a 6.
Okay. And Eldeth can make a single attack of op. Ranged, so that will definitely hit her, even with the minus 1d4. Eldest still has an attack of opportunity. Bambi, if you want to make it.
Trying to get her so I can get with the short sword, or do I have to do the longbow at this point?
Short sword.
It's the attack of opportunity from them moving away from you that you made.
That's a hit, though. That's nice.
So 6 more piercing.
All right, but she unfortunately got hit with a harpoon. It shoots in for 8.
I'm going to use
Oh, that's
my
bad.
reaction, if I may, to try to reduce the damage that Eldeth takes.
That's a good thing.
I
By how
get
much?
to roll a d10 plus my proficiency, which right now is a +2. So let's add that right there. So that's going to be 11. So I reduce the damage. No damage.
Sweet.
But
All
so
right.
I'm able to block it with the shield, but it still catches maybe her clothing or something. So I think she still has
Yeah.
to make a strength save. Yeah.
Wraps around her, so she needs to make a strength, which is good because that automatically probably would have succeeded. A 5. 19, so even with if I applied the -4, it is going to pull her 20 feet out that way, and basically
Isn't it opposed?
she failed.
Oh, she rolled. We just
She rolled a 5. So yeah, it pulls her out into the maelstrom, and pretty much as soon as she hits the water, she just flushed down the toilet.
There ain't even no trying to throw a rope to her.
Now on her turn, we can try to make a strength check, but that's going to be pretty hard.
She ain't got no modifier in that, so yeah.
Still got her on the map, but she's just on the GM layer. Actually, let me put her back on the normal. That way, her initiative turn still comes up. But yeah, you all cannot see her. She is pretty much just immediately just kind of like pulled, whisked way down into that. And that's back to Vapido. He just saw that happen. Just
Yeah.
seen Asha deflect it, but then it hook her clothing, get jerked out into the.
But Pedo has. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to do this. He's gonna take his action to tie a rope around himself, and maybe tie the other around this bench on the front of the boat. That be a turn?
Yeah,
That'd
that'd
be
be
the
your turn
action.
to get your rope out, tie it. Yeah.
Okay. Can he then use his movement to jump out of the boat for Eldeth?
I don't see why not.
Yes! All right.
Flash.
That's what he's doing then. He's just jumping in.
Floop.
Yep. That's Pepido's turn.
That guy, he's the bath taker in the group.
All right, Stool.
Stool is gonna move to a row and start rowing. Does
Okay.
he need to start like do a strength athletics check or?
Not yet, but yeah. Well,
Alright, cool.
so you got Pepito, and then you've got
2 strength unseen servant.
yeah, Mangrin's unseen servant. I'll put this little hand here, that way we know. Got a unseen servant over there.
I feel a little dirty that my unseen servant's a hand. I'm just saying.
It's rowing a boat. What do you say? Okay. Prince Daredevil. He is going to attack him. Hey, Marrow.
Time for a crit now.
Yeah, you definitely need that. Well, 2 hits. We'll take the 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 8. That is definitely a good hit for Prince Daredevil. The Marrow is very angry. Not happy. He's bloodied. It's looking pretty bad. Next round. Round 3. So the boat is, we've got a little bit of help. So yeah, make Mangrin, your unseen servant has a strength of 2.
2.
So they're not gonna.
-4.
Stool rolled a 15. Stool
I mean,
rolled a...
Be a 1d20 -4, right?
Yep.
All right. Roll 20. That'd be great.
You got an 8.
Hey.
Hey, not bad. Okay.
And Stool rolled a 15, so that's something.
I'll say the boat shifts a little bit. It's not enough to either bring you in or away, but you don't really go anywhere. So
All right.
we're just assuming what's all turning this way. I just
We've gained
can't-
some
can't really get
time,
them
so that's cool.
out. Okay, Reshi.
Keep buying time with the oars. I'm gonna smack that. God damn it!
The angrier Reshi gets, the more he starts to miss.
Yep, and unarmed strike with my bonus action. I guess that it's always the same rolls, 8 and 15. So I keep and 5 damage. There's something weird going on. I always roll the same shit. So 5 damage again.
All right, but he's weakening.
That's not enough. I wanna lay him in the face. Anyways, that's Rishi's turn.
Nimue. Just saw Eldith get ripped over the side. Bapito, wasting no time, wrapped the rope around him, jumped in as well. So you do sense like that is sort of tilting your boat that way, right? Because Bapito's being pulled down into the water. He's anchored to the boat, so it's trying to tip it that way just a little bit.
Okay. I think I'm going to take hold of the oar and start trying to keep us from going that way.
All right, so you're going to assist in rowing?
Yes.
All right. Might be useful.
So what are we, athletics? Is that what we're doing for that?
We'll do it at the end of the turn, or at the beginning of the next turn.
All right.
So for now, that's just your action. So, all right.
Okay.
This Marrow here. All right. So he's got Reshi. He's got Darendil. Reshi does not seem to be posing too much of an issue compared to the 2 claws that Prince Darendil is hitting him with every time. I don't think he wants to back up because that provokes attacks from those dangerous claws and from the monk, so he will just attack and attack. So it looks like his bite will hit, but his harpoon melee attack will miss.
How badly is Darendil hurt?
He is now bloodied with that hit there.
Okay.
I will mark him. I can, if you guys want. Well, can you not see his health bar?
Nope, none of the
No.
NPCs.
Oh, you can't see any of the NPCs.
Except Stool that I control.
Okay, I didn't know that. Can you see him now?
Yep.
Prince Durandale. And who else we need on here? Bapito? Alright. Thought I had those set. Apologies.
And Eldeth.
Eldeth. May be appropriately named for this.
Thank you.
She's not dead yet. She's feeling better.
Okay. Everybody see the NPC's bars now?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so this Marrow attacked Prince Durandale, hit him. He is now bloodied. Asha.
Okay.
Back to
Well,
you.
we're all rowing and still kind of fighting off these Marrow. I feel like we need to get rid of them, so I'm just gonna step up to this Marrow here that I still have my Vow of Enmity on. I'm gonna attack it with advantage, trying to kill it if I can. So that's 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
11 slashing damage.
Very
and
nice.
I'm gonna dump Divine Smite into it. So we're gonna add 8 radiant damage to that hit.
Alright, he's looking pretty bad.
And
You can tell by his aura.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
gonna end my turn.
Alright. Nice turn for Asha. That Marrow now in a pretty desperate attempt to get some revenge here. Wait a minute. You have... There you go. Man, I have too many things blocking other things. Marrow. He's going to attempt to bite and harpoon.
Negative
But
D4s.
I do...
Yep.
Yep. Roll. So from the first one, 4.
Nice.
Who's it attacking?
And from the second one, on you. Attacking
Oh, it's
Asha.
attacking me. Oh, okay. All right.
17 and 18.
17 is my armor class.
So 18
Yeah.
and 17 is your armor?
Yeah, 17 is my armor class.
Oh, so both of those will hit. Okay.
They will. Yep.
Ooh, 19 piercing total. And don't worry about the being pulled because you're already next to him.
All right, I have 2 con saves then for Bane. Shit. The second hit breaks my concentration. I no longer have Bane.
All right. No longer have Bane, and you're looking pretty bad.
Yes, I am.
All right, so it is gives a victory screech, since it can sense the end is near for you. Mangren.
He's like blood and blood and blood and salt for the demon prince.
Lots of blood. Lots of blood.
Almost like an Aussie song. Okay. Manger's gonna see that his nice, friendly snake person's looking kind of bad. So he knows he needs to get rid of that marrow pretty quick. So let's go with good old magic missile upcasted to level 2.
Nice. That needs a sound effect.
That needs 2 sound effects.
2 sound effects.
Or
All right.
4. That's how many darts
Yeah.
are
Right, it's
flying
4
around.
missiles. Here we go. 1.
Which one are you hitting?
The one right there by Asha and
Arexel.
This one here.
Rexel. Yes.
Ooh, nice. 4, and 4.
16 damage.
Look at that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, so Das kaputt.
Mangren!
Mangren for the win. Draws first kill on this.
Then he's gonna
Alright.
flip him off and end his turn.
Magic missiles. Giving the bird. High five his unseen servant hand right there.
Right, yeah.
Araxel, all right. So some bolts of force fly past you, slam into the marrow. It is now sinking and falling into the whirlpool.
So Araxel is gonna go snickety snick on that guy in front of us. 14 and 25. Does the 14 hit?
Yeah, 13 is their armor.
Nice. So 10 damage.
All right, 10 damage.
I wonder if those are
Looking
so good. They are.
Real bad. That one's looking really, really bad.
That's Araxel's turn.
Okay, so Raxel's turn is now Elda's turn. Yeah, she'll need to make a pretty good save. She is pulled down into this whirlwind. She'll need to make a strength saving throw. Okay, that is not high enough. She will take 15 bludgeoning from the force of this. And yeah, she basically is unconscious and sinking. Not sure Pepito is going to be able to reach to get her in time. She's definitely sinking below the rays. I will give him a small chance on his turn, but it's a chance, right? So we'll see what happens. This marrow, meanwhile, since Pepito is in the water, and that is this thing's, climate, so to speak, it's going to basically just kind of dive down where Pepito is and see if he can attack him. So this one, give him a bite. This harpoon, so it's a 17 and a 16. The bane is no longer affecting him, right?
Yep,
So.
and he has an armor class of 13.
Oh,
And that same amount of hit points. Oh no.
Oh.
At least he's tethered, man. At least his unconscious
they can drag him
body
back up, right?
He's like a bobber, you know. You were fishing for marrow with Pepito. Shit. We lose more NPCs that way, you guys. We really do.
Is that the goal?
Actually, that's where he's at.
No,
Not
that is
zero.
not the goal.
There we go. That's where he's at. All right. So yeah, he is unconscious, and yeah, at least he's tethered, right? At least he did that. So the marrow is currently beneath the waves, so cannot really be seen. It's Pepito. Pepito's unconscious, unfortunately, so he's not going to be able to rescue poor Eldeth. Stool.
Keep rowing. Yeah, I can't sing at this hour. He keeps going.
All right, he's maintaining the
rolling.
And Prince Durandil, he's tired of what's going on. He's going to see if he can finish off this guy. He's looking really, really bad.
Kill that thing.
He's going to make a couple of claw attacks. A 9 will miss. A 6, oh no. All this time, right at the very end when it would be the most useful to hit, that's when he missed. All right, so a 9 and a 6 will miss, unfortunately. So frustrated. Beginning of the round. Those who are rowing,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
strength checks, athletic checks if you have it. It's fine. Ooh, good for Nemu.
That's
Good
still
for
with a
Reshi.
14.
Mangren's rowing the wrong damn way. God damn it, man.
It's the unseen servant, not me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's not very smart.
Unseen servant. You look over and the oar is out of the water, just in the air.
No.
But at least between Nemu and Reshi, luckily Nemu took up an oar, and so that's gonna
I
keep
just
you
want to
from-
give what goes to Caesar to Stool, because he's the one doing the job. Stool for
Yeah.
the win.
Yeah, Stool. Yeah, not Richie. It's you making the roll for him. But yeah, I see him doing. Yeah, little guy's getting it, isn't he? Man, stronger
Yeah.
than you'd think he is.
Mhm.
And luckily, they're on the opposite sides, so they're balancing well. So again, you're just circling the outer rim of this thing, not going in, but not escaping either. You're just barely holding on. It's like you're slowly, maybe inch by inch, moving into this thing, but luckily, you're doing all right.
We need to get Hell Death, and we need to heal Papito. I would do that, but I got this guy in my face. And I
Take
poke
care of this
him.
guy.
Ooh! 5 damage. I always
There
roll
we
5
go.
damage. What the
Nice.
fuck's going on?
And
He's dying. Oh shit. Okay, I use my
You-
action. Free action. I'm gonna take a rope from my pack. I'm gonna give it to Araxol, and I'm like, tie this somewhere so I can maybe fish Hell Death. And I'm gonna go. I can't see her.
no.
So I'm
Cannot
holding a rope, and I'm kind of preparing a shadow step, but I'm gonna wait for Araxol to tie the rope. That's my turn.
All right, you do see Bapito just, or at least the rope just being tugged. Bloop.
He looks like the fish I catch when I go fishing. You put them on a chain besides the boat.
Nemu, you continuing your rowing, or
Can I heal Babito and also continue in my rowing?
Healing word is a bonus action.
yeah, healing word is a bonus action. You see him just kind of bobbing, floating, being pulled into the direction of the maelstrom.
So that's only 4, but that's 4.
That's something.
At least now he's able to get back in the boat by himself.
Yep. And I will keep rowing.
All right, Bapito's awake. Huh? What? Asha, you look like you need some healing.
You said the marrow has gone underwater. Can we still see it swimming? Is there anything visible about?
Too hard to tell with the maelstrom because of the swirling water.
Seeing that Pepito is still floating. I'm gonna look at Reshi, and I'm gonna look at him, and I've got a javelin next to me here. And I'm gonna say, row or kill.
We need to save and kill before rowing. I think our friends are doing a good job right now.
All right. I'm gonna hold. Yeah. I'm gonna hold a spell for when the marrow, if and when a marrow becomes visible. Kill to save. Yeah.
Okay. Mangrin.
Does anybody see Hell Death? I can't.
For the moment, since I can't see anything, Mangrin's gonna sit down and row.
Okay. On this side you're on, or are you going to the other side?
We're like, why are we going in circles?
We're gonna
'Cause
go
we're
right
out
into
of
the
the-
maelstrom if we roll from that side more than the other.
True point, man. True point.
Well, I guess Stool's over here by himself, so.
All right.
Come on, Stool, we got this.
I guess that's the sound he makes, like a whale out of water. Araxol is gonna tie the rope on this side and gonna start rowing as soon as he can, probably next round.
Okay. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's let the dice roll. All right. So the marrow does surface. Pops up back here. So it looks like
Held
you guys
action?
moved just at the right time.
Held action?
Yeah.
All
Held
right, cool.
action. Yep.
So it was to cast a spell, and the spell that I am casting, I'm gonna grab my loot, and I'm gonna pring strum it, and hopefully, no, that's not the song I wanted. So the song that I wanted is one that entices, and is perhaps a sexy song, and in Abyssal, I'm gonna tell this marrow to procreate.
Poor Darendil, what have you done?
Procreate?
Yeah, it has to make
What kind
it has to make a wisdom saving throw
of... Or do what?
or procreate. That's my command. I just commanded it to procreate, and I did it in Abyssal, so it understands me.
14.
My spell save is 13. Shit. Damn it. Maybe it just comes out as
It's
like
confused.
maybe I just strum something and I go, fuck! Which could have actually multiple meanings, especially in Abyssal. So maybe it
It's
just
the same
doesn't...
spell! It's the same spell again!
I know. I tried. It didn't work.
I thought when you said you were grabbing your... I thought you said your loot, you were going to throw your gold over. It's like, I'm going to grab all my loot and just chuck it into the...
Nope. That was my held action.
Okay. Marrow then pops up, and the only target it sees is Prince Darendil. Actually, no, he was not trying to... I'm on the wrong layer. So, he is technically back here because he's trying the same trick. But in reverse. So, harpoon ranged. Misses terribly.
Whew.
So, then he's moving in to finish with the bite. Sees that isn't going to work. You're not falling for his tricks. So a bite on a 17 will hit for 12 piercing for Prince Darendil, who is now looking pretty rough as well. Okay, it's go Bapito. Man,
Bapito
you're...
climbs into the boat, grabs an oar, and rows.
Screw this heroic shit.
He can't. Yeah, he can't see where to swim. The water's too strong. He got his ass handed to him. That's Bapito's rowing.
All right, Stool still rowing.
Yep.
All right, Prince Darendil. I think we know what he's gonna do. Hopefully,
A crit, you mean?
claw attack. 2 of them, and 11, and 24. So that does hit the 24. 6 slashing. Are you guys able to see his rolls when I roll them, or is it just to me?
Nope.
He's whispering still.
Oh. I'll figure out how to fix that.
There's a cog on the NPC sheet, and down at the bottom of the options, whisper rolls to GM, never whisper rolls.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Ah, there we go. Yo. There we go. That should fix that. I'm gonna just do a test here. You guys see that?
Yep.
Oh, now I roll that. Okay. That was his go. Couple attacks. One of them hit Reshi.
Do we do the boat, or do we have enough rowers?
I'm not
seems
sure
like-
we have enough rowers on the other side.
Yeah, you've got Nemu, I think, in the unseen servant on the port side, the starboard side. You've got Mangarin, Stool, and Bapito. And I think our Axel went over there, right? So,
Yeah. So am I taking my turn, or are we doing the rowing thing?
yeah, I think, are you guys trying to pull away from this, or are you just trying
Yeah.
to maintain right now? Yeah, make some
Uh,
rolls.
I think Reshi gave the
have
command
we-
to row us out of here, right?
Are we abandoning Eldeth? No row to... Yeah, we don't see her. I guess she's lost, right?
We're going down if we don't.
Yeah, let's leave.
If we try to save her, we're going to end up with her. So I say we try to get out of here. As much as I hate to lose a friend, I don't see another option in it today.
Alright. So sad.
Here's a 12.
Shoops.
Stool finally is getting tired. He's like, I've been rolling this myself the whole time.
And I should roll for
Mangrin, Unseen Servants 5.
And 10 for Mangrin.
10 for Mangrin. All right.
14 for Araxel.
For Axel. Okay, so couple good, couple bad. You're not pulling away, but you're not falling much further in. So it's still inches, but at least you're not being sucked in completely. Now it's Reshi's go.
Rishi whispers to himself, now, again, to be the Watcher. And I'm gonna use my Wild Shape Star form. I'm gonna show the hand of the Guardian on my pate and start glowing, shedding light. And with this, I'm gonna cast a Cure Wound touching Asha. Take this.
How much light do you shed?
10 dim, 10 bright. So 10 hit points on Asha.
Thank you, friend.
And Durandil is in range, so my bonus healing is gonna go to him. 4 hit points to Prince Durandil.
Okay. 4. Every little bit helps.
And that was my bonus result. I cannot Shadow Step, and even if I hold a rope, I wouldn't be able to find Eldeth. It's too late. So I'm gonna sit down and next turn start rowing, unless I can already with a free action grab the ore. That was my turn.
Okay. Emu? Rowing? Or
Rowing in bonus action to give a little bit of hit points back to, I think Prince Darendale's the one that's lowest right now, correct?
Yep, and he's the only one in the fight.
Give him a few hit points back. 7.
Nice.
okay.
Duh. Wow. What? No! What the fuck? Don't do that.
That's it. I quit.
Shit, we're done.
That
So-
was
so you need-
no, that was on Nimue. What are y'all talking about?
Okay. Asha.
We need to kill the last one.
So I just like running across the tops of these oars, and I'm just kind of like row, and I take out my sword, and I'm just gonna try to fucking hack this thing. I could probably cast a spell against it and hurt it, but I don't know about its potential and whether or not it likes poison. So I'm gonna try to hit this thing with my longsword. Fuck. That ends my
You do
turn.
not.
That ends my turn.
All right. Mangrin currently rowing.
Okay. Let's do this. I am going to use a portent for a 14 to cast Witch Bolt. And yes, it's that bolt.
Which bolt?
Oh.
Which bolt?
So my ranged attack would be the ranged attack roll would be a 14.
Plus 4, plus
Plus
2,
your
so that's
that's
plus
20 your
actually.
spellcasting bonus, right? So your dice is a
Right.
Yeah.
you're gonna hit that.
So plus my spellcast, so 20 would be the roll.
That's a hit.
Okay,
And-
so ignore the dice roll, but for 11 damage.
Nice.
and it's lightning damage.
Yes, 11 lightning damage.
11 lightning damage. Very cool.
Is it vulnerable to lightning?
And-
It is not.
Okay.
I rolled a 25. I wasted a port in there, but oh well.
It's all right.
What's your other portent?
Better safe
10.
than sorry.
Right. And that would be my turn.
Rexel.
He's not that strong, and we have an enemy to kill, so he's gonna move there and attack. Snickety snick. Wow. Okay, never mind.
We should just let the NPCs take care of it, or Axel, you and I.
That's a Rexel's turn. Sad.
All right. All right. Got a Marrow. All right. And he is going to. He's got several opponents. Looks like between him, Prince Darendil, Ratcha, again, Prince Darendil is definitely his threat. Calamaro. Let's see what he's got. Potentially his last round. If all goes well for you guys. Alright, Harpoon's definitely a miss. The bite is not a miss. 10 piercing for Prince Darendil. Thankfully,
I'm gonna use my interception reaction, imposing my shield.
Nice.
I'm gonna see if I can reduce that damage again. D10 plus proficiency is 10 points I reduce.
Nice.
That's
So
all
he
the
takes.
damage.
So no damage.
It's all the damage. Sweet. Yeah, between that and thankfully he had healing, so he's all right. And Miro definitely frustrated, but continuing on. Pepito rowing still.
Row this boat, man. That's what Pepito's doing.
Same with Stool.
Yep.
All right. Prince Darendil, hopefully wanting to finish off this guy again. 2 claw attacks. 9. And a 12. Again.
So close.
Misses with both of them. That's horrible. Okay. So, top of the round. Round 6. Who's rowing? So, Mangren is not rowing this turn. He cast a spell. Pepito is. Stool is. Nemu is. The hand is. Oh, I actually had a witch bolt thing. I thought I did.
Was Rishi considered rowing, or I need to use my action to row, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And see, so you are spending your action rowing? Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, okay.
Pepito,
Well, I didn't last turn.
Nope.
Like, meh. Yeah. Yeah.
We suck.
The servant is the best rower this round. Wow.
No, Nemu. You got a 9.
Oh, you're right. Damn.
Well, we got 1, a 9. Oh, yeah, this is not good. So you are moving closer. This round, you're being kind of pulled in. This didn't work so well for me last time I attempted this, so just assume we're being pulled into this thing. I'm not going to waste time dragging everything around. That should be a script somebody writes to. All right, Reshi.
Time to finish this. I'm gonna use one of my free guiding bolts. That's a 17 to hit.
Nice.
20 plus not a number plus 2 proficient. What the fuck is that? I'm just gonna roll the damage and I'm gonna arrange this thing. So 14 damage, it dies, no advantage on the next attack.
14 damage.
Radiant.
Ah, it is dead.
Yes.
Destroyed. Sinks
And-
beneath, being pulled into the maelstrom there.
Once again, I'm gonna sit down, take the ore, but I'm not gonna be able to roll this turn. But now we can all focus on rowing.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's going to be your sole existence right now is getting the hell out of Dodge.
Rowing
so.
for our lives, yes.
All right. I'm not
Literally.
gonna worry about having you make rolls. There's enough of you there to balance it out. So you'll pull away from the maelstrom, and you'll make some headway out of there. What's everybody gonna do at this point?
I just want to make sure we don't go back to where we came from, like whatever landmark I would have seen before, trying to find our bearings after this.
Also, the things that Eldith was wanting me to take care of, am I able to do that, or did they go down in the water with her?
I believe she. Oh, she wanted you to give her hammer and shield, didn't she? Yeah, I think they would have been. Well, let's make a check. At least
She
maybe
wasn't
her
using
shield,
a hammer and a shield, so I guess.
or not her hammer. Yeah, her weapons. Or
I couldn't remember exactly what it was I was supposed to be giving to somebody. I'm sorry. I don't actually have a note on that right this minute.
it was her weapons that she had. So let's roll a check and see here. I'll say one of them. Yeah, I think her short sword, as she got kind of jerked into the water, was flung back onto the boat. So that is at least there.
So I'll grab that and just be like, all right, now I need to find her family.
Okay.
And I'll ask if anybody left remembers where her family was from.
I do.
I believe it was Guntelgrim.
And so
Exactly.
one
Yeah.
of your party members is lost.
And I'll tell the party that doesn't have to be our first stop, but I would like to try and make it there so that I can do what I said I would.
I
You
agree.
will have my help.
We should honor her memory. As we're rowing, Ash is also gonna just look at everybody who's kind of pretty badly injured. And he's gonna say, I will try harder to protect us in the future. If you can stay close to me, if you're in melee, I can be more of service. But, Nimue, thank you for your healing. Mangren.
Definitely a rough combat.
Mangren.
I will do my best. I can't always tell everybody, but I will do my best.
Mangren, thank you for your destructive potential.
I like to blow things up. And read.
Then she turns to Nimue and he whispers, it's not like I healed him.
Reshi, thank you for your leadership when we needed it.
He humbly bows his head with his palms joined together. That's his move, his salute.
Nimue, and I'll stop rowing for a moment and just walk up the boat to you, and I'll say, I have this, and it might serve you better if you find yourself in melee combat. And I'm going to hold to her the green flame mace. Do you want this?
If you're willing to part with it, I would gladly be willing to use it.
I give it to her.
I think there's a handout on that, if I remember right.
Yeah, we've got it in our player handouts. Yeah.
Can we drag that kind of handout to... It doesn't have the stats, probably. Because this mace does add 1 fire damage when it's lit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you'll have to customize that on your sheet.
I added it as an item, and then I gave it an attack, but either way, I give it to Nimue.
I'll just kind of nod my head and be like, thank you. I really appreciate it.
You do know how to fight more than I expected, Nimue. You're holding your own.
I'll kind of look at everybody and be like, I'm sorry, I seem kind of distant at times. I've lost everybody I've tried to ever be close with, and as you see, I just lost another friend. So, I apologize if I ever come off as distant or not friendly, and I don't mean to. It's just what's happened in my past, that's kind of how it's left me.
We're all in this together. And also, like, out of character, Rishi is not the most talkative either.
This is a dangerous life we've chosen. We haven't actually chosen this. As he looks around, are we continuing to go toward? You said when we first got to this sort of maelstrom area that the ceiling overhead or the top of the cave was getting more and more kind of like narrow. It was kind of narrowing.
It was opening back up some. I mean, that was a while ago. Yeah, it's hard to figure out in relation, but yeah, as you're moving, I'll say as you close, and that behind you, and you're kind of licking your wounds and sad over the loss of your friend, you'll start picking up a bit of light off in the distance, kind of far away. You're hearing a bit of noise, and as you kind of approach, sort of cautiously, I imagine, and you'll see what looks like a bunch of Kuotoa, a village, if you will, like some kind of settlement, and it looks like there's some kind of crazy ritual going on, and there's a fight, and it's getting kind of bad. You're not really sure what this is about, but it looks like something was sacrificed or attempted to be sacrificed. In the water, there's a bit of a frenzy. Make some perception checks.
Is that a civil war? I'm gonna give myself guidance just in case.
Guidance. Mankrin, as usual.
How many ones of perceptions have I rolled in this game?
So many.
Mankrin, is there a library? Okay, if not, I don't
not
care.
Interested. Yeah.
If he does come across the library, he's never going to see the damn thing. So.
He's just gonna bump into it by chance. Oh,
yeah.
Library.
All right. So as you look, Reshi and Asha, I guess you'll see in the water there are these creatures kind of floating around. And I can't remember how the hell you pronounce these things. It's Exezachitl. Have any of you familiar with that or know what that is?
Oh, Ishiatil.
Do you mean in character?
This is a Mayan word, like Ishiashild.
Let's see. I think I got a handout so you can kind of see. There you go. So they're like these demon-looking rays, and they are swarming in the water, actively attacking a lot of these Kuotoas. There is some kind of looks like maybe a priest of some kind speaking in probably Undercommon. Not sure if you can. Anyone here speak?
Some of us.
Okay, so you hear kind of echoing across the water that is saying that the time has come for us to acknowledge divine wisdoms, and then there's another priest that kind of comes in and it says something about accepting your offer, and then there's like some cheering going up, but kind of around these Exegitals start attacking, and then you see they're Kuotoas, and they start yelling out, and there's a priest that kind of yells out and sets out panic, and he says Limu Gugun, something that you can kind of make out. Limu Gugun. And from that, the water kind of begins to turn. The water gets red with all this nasty combat. This blood starts to foam. You see a really thick, oily tentacle just kind of bursts forth from the water. It's really big. And then another one. And then two monstrous heads break the surface. They both look like hideous, angry baboons with wickedly curved tusks. Both heads are attached to a single torso as this thing keeps rising. The monster has these red eyes are burning with like bloodlust and badness. It's rising from the dark lake. It must stand 30 feet tall or more. Water is just kind of cascading down from its back and shoulders. And when it reaches its full height, it's obviously a demon. It reaches back both of its heads, and it gives out a pretty hefty roar. And begins to destroy this village. What do you do?
What say
Row,
you?
you bastards, row!
What he said.
Yeah, we
Not even
row.
Mangren can miss that one.
Yeah, we've seen demons before. Row and try to be.
Anyone want to make an Arcana or maybe a History check?
I'll do an Arcana.
Stool is gonna be scared. He's gonna spoof, and everybody's gonna be in a telepathic link, so we don't make any noise.
Mangren?
26.
Nice. History, Nemu. So Nemu and Mangren, just by the sight, you guys saw the player handout, right?
Yes.
Pop up.
Yes.
Alright,
Yes.
so no, this is Demogorgon. This is a demon lord. It's a very powerful entity on the rise, or on the level of some deities. And so, yeah, you see a lot of these creatures, kind of, some of the Kuotoas are chanting this Limu Gugun over and over again. And I need all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oops.
I don't wanna.
Derp.
Okay. So, you, Rishi,
Araxol rolls a 17.
Mangren. Okay. Ash is okay. Rishi's okay. I think.
No,
We need
Rishi
to
has
roll.
a 0.
Oh, sorry, Rishi. The other
Araxol is
Rishi.
okay.
Araxel. Yeah. Who else we got? So, Stool.
I'm going to use my luck to re-roll before you announce the roll of this. If that's okay?
Yeah, you got a luck feat.
I do have the luck feat.
Stool has a 1.
Prince Darendil. Okay.
Okay, rolling again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Mr. Slave from. Oh, Jesus Christ. South Park. Any South Park fans? Bapito want to roll?
Papito rolled an 18.
Oh, Bapito is good. And I think is that all of our? Yeah, okay.
I don't have to worry about my NPC. She's gone back to the hole.
Okay, so Nemu, Reshi, Mangren, and Darendil. And we're at time, so we'll get into this sort of at the beginning of the next one, but you have each gained a level of madness.
Oh shit.
And we'll get into a bit of what that is at the start of our next session. Thanks for
Okay.
playing
Good
and not
game,
dying.
thanks for running. Hey, don't tell her death.
How does that work if I'm already insane?
Well, I guess you'll have to find out.
We
Basically-
didn't die, but we went insane.
Thanks for
Insane
running the
in the
game,
membrane.
Brett.
Right.
Thanks for hanging out. Anybody who watched, we'll be here next week. And yeah, we'll see you then.